Yo, what it do? You know what it is. Your boy, the voice of the
Yeah,
culture,
let's
man. I'm
get
back
it.
at it again, man. We live. We in New York City today, man. A little different location, a little different scenery out here in Lincoln Center. You know what I mean? I'm sitting with one of New York's finest, man.
The
You know what I mean?
biggest.
This young lady right here represents black greatness. She's just doing her thing, man, and I gotta give her flowers, man. You know, you've been doing your thing. First and foremost, let me know who she. Let me let y'all know who she is. It's
Yeah,
Lavish Low in the
Lavishloe on
building.
the check-in.
What's
The
up, baby?
biggest shark. What's going on? How you finna say?
I'm here. What we doing? Let's talk about it. Big
We in
Shark,
here.
Lavish Low. What's the
Yeah.
vibe? Good to
Listen,
see you.
we giving looks today.
Okay, well that's what we supposed to do, man. You know, I appreciate first and
Fashion
foremost,
capital, New York City.
you know, what you doing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I respect it. I admire it. I love it.
Thank you so much.
You know what I mean? Not just, you know, your music, but also your style, your creativity is
Thank you so
definitely
much.
authentic.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
it's, you know what I mean? When you represent greatness. So let's start, man. Who's Lavish Low, man? For those that don't know.
Listen, Lavishloe is the vigilante, man, the bandit, the gorgeous gangster. Like, let me move a little closer too, because I feel like I'm just, talking. Sometimes I just get in my mood. But
Again, that's what we here for. Give it to your bag. That's what we
yeah,
here for.
Lavishloe, who is she, man? That's who. She is her, right? Like, I'm a queen, man. I represent Black excellence. I'm a rapper from the Bronx, New York. And, I'm here to lead the people. You know what I'm saying? Give them some influence that they should look up to.
Right. So let me ask you this, as we, jump into this thing, where did it all start from for Lavish? You know what I mean? Like, when was the time and the moment and the place where you say, yo, you know what I mean? It's time to be the big shark.
I mean,
The rap career, like when did it all
Well-
start? What influenced you to do that? You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, Big Shark, man, that came from just me realizing who I was, right? She like them. In the midst of like a lot of adversity and things like that, I just realized that I was the type of person that never stopped. I
Yeah.
just kept going, right? And I always was looking for opportunities and things like that. And just other than like I'm a person who loves being in water and around water and just nature and things like that. I just felt like, sharks, I definitely resonated with them in the sense of like sharks in a human form, like, venture capitalists, that's what a shark is, right? But then in the animal form as well, in a sense of like they don't sleep, they're constantly, even when they sleeping, they still moving. Like they could be swimming, but on chill mode. And
Right.
that's who I am, like in every essence. Like when it's time to put the pedal to the metal, I'm on go. You get what I'm saying? But when it's time to like slow down a little bit, I'm still moving.
Right.
Even though I'm slowing down. So yeah, that's where the shark metaphor came from. And definitely the biggest, and in reference to music was always a part of my life. Like my mom, I grew up, she was playing Lil Hill, Bob Marley.
Right.
But then I had my dad in the house playing Jay-Z, Jadakiss. So
You come from the culture.
every weekend, Sunday, blasting the music so we could clean. And
You took a liking to it. It
Yeah,
became
just
life
being-
for you.
exactly, just being who I was and just being around the things that I was around, I decided like I had something to say. And I didn't feel like nobody really wanted to listen because I wasn't really around, I was around kids, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at my environment, I'm seeing the things that's going on, and I'm like, hey, nobody's talking about this. So from a kid, I wanted to rap.
So it's more or less of a conscious thing of paying attention to the surroundings and realizing that, yo, it's an empty space for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I really believe like since a young child I had consciousness and I was aware of myself and of the world and things like that. Where I feel like a lot of people don't get to that point until their adult years.
Right.
So yeah, definitely my consciousness definitely inspired me to rap.
Now let me ask you this. Being that you was conscious and understanding, did it also play a part of your education? You know what I'm saying? Because you seem very diverse. You don't, you know what I mean? On the outside looking in, they might say, well, she's tatted, she's looking crazy, but in reality, I don't look at that. I look at a queen, I look at a gem, I look at a diamond in the rough, but I also look like somebody that knows what they're doing and what they want to do.
Just to explain my look, not to get off your question, but just to explain.
Nah, we chopping it up.
I just gotta be different. I just gotta do what they don't do, right? And it's just like I feel like everything I do, I see it. And it's okay because I'm an influencer. You know what I mean? I love to see it. I love
Your
all of
confidence
that.
level is to the
But
ceiling.
at the same time, I gotta keep giving them looks. I gotta just keep showing them different sides. And every time I come out, I'm looking different. They don't know what I'm gonna do. They don't know what I'm gonna look like. And that's what I love about myself. And I want to inspire people to be like that too. You know, don't let don't let anybody know their next moves.
Don't follow trends.
Exactly. When you think about fashion and things like that, a lot of people think like, I dress
Name
so
brand.
nice.
They
And
want to. It's a look. It's a name brand. Yo, I'm rocking this.
exactly.
That don't mean that you fresh though.
It doesn't. And what I want people to know is, as long as you look different and you're doing what makes you comfortable, that's fashionable. You know
Right.
what I mean? You can create your own style. So that's what I do all the time. I just create different, looks. So that's what's going on today. But yes. Back to the original question.
Yeah, take us to the essence. Like, yo, you know what, man? You should, all right, we chopped it up about you, your influence, about your surrounding, influence you to do what you do as far as the music go. But you know what I mean? You also had to take the leap of faith and say, you know what, I'm going to really go out here and do it. Because now you put yourself in a place of, I'm better than everybody because I'm not looking like everybody.
Right.
I'm not a trend follower, I'm a trend setter. But you also, we gonna get down to this. You calling yourself the big shark, but you know what? To some people, the shark is dangerous.
Very.
But then you also being a female, so it comes with a whole little different, you know what I mean, side. It comes with an appetizer, a main meal, and a dessert when it comes to Lavishloe. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's one thing you're gonna get from me. Like, so my brand is like three main aspects of my brand, right? We got Lavishloe, the performer, the artist. We got the gorgeous gangster, the gorgeous gangster is the performer, right? The Lavishloe is really the person who wants to give back to the community and teach people, right? And then I call myself two things: the big shark, the gorgeous gangster. Gorgeous gangster is the performer. I come out, I look good, I put in the show for people. The big shark is the brand, right? The person that is gonna go out and seek these opportunities,
Travel the land like the shark.
right? He's gonna be all over the world, right? Gonna be in deep waters, right? I'm gonna be in places where people can't follow me too because they can't.
They're not able
The
to
pressure
adapt,
right? The pressure that I can take and the things that I can go.
but
through,
you can
know what I'm saying?
adapt.
Exactly, like so. That's the metaphor with the shark shit, but it's many different aspects to me. Like you said, even being a woman, like I'm heavy on women's empowerment, listening with other female artists, just, reposting their stuff and building them up because I love to see it. Like women rapping these days, and I'm not talking about the ones that talk about,
So we can talk. We can talk. They talk about the pussy. They selling ass. Let's talk about it on the music. They selling pussy on music. That's
I'm
all.
not talking about those ones. I'm talking about which, I appreciate them too because we need those type of tracks, right? We all want to feel good and, twerk. I want to see some twerk there. So, hey, I'm talking about the women that really speak,
Bars.
right? Bars and really tell me about the shit that they're going through and their experiences. I want to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? So I love to see that from women because I learned it from men. Watching men, the big pimping videos and, Rick Ross and, him collabing with Drake. Certain sounds that were made. I love my different artists, but
Right.
let's be honest. There's a lot of male pioneers for the hip hop game, and they set the tone.
Right. Now, when you talked about they selling, you talked about them selling, basically instead of spitting bars, they selling a look. You strayed away from that.
But
You selling your own look though.
it's crazy because I represent so many women though. Like I represent women who they'll fucking shave their hair tomorrow and just to give a new look. You know what I'm saying? It's not too
Creativity.
creativity, right? They just love themselves, and a lot of women they'll force it into a certain like it.
You got to do this to get to there.
And don't get me wrong, you make money off that. You don't. When you are a person like me, you gotta get it out the park. You gotta be in that shit for real. Like you can't. It's non-compromising. Like you have to be yourself. Because like I said, I represent so many women. Like I do this shit. I'm here today because I got something to say. Like you know what I'm saying? Just me being here I don't know who else is going through certain things. Maybe they have lost a family member that made to take you. Might be having problems.
Just lifing. We lifing.
Might be going on. Like, you gotta show up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that a lot of people are similar in so many ways. Right?
Nah, but
look at
we
each
are.
other and
We
say,
are.
oh, you look different than me, so we judge that.
Right.
A lot of us go through the same things, and that's what I want to express to people. Like, I really represent women who, you know, maybe they're not.
They feel like they're the underdog.
Their body.
They feel like they may be the underdog because I ain't selling ass and tits. And I still, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna be honest.
Like, value, and it's different. I'm not saying women that show their body don't value themselves. But I'm saying women that don't show their body, maybe it's not because they're scared or they don't, or they're not confident enough. Maybe they just value those.
Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that.
We all gotta respect each other,
Right?
And we all can coexist and build each other up. And that's what I'm promoting.
And it's dope that you say that because you put yourself in your own lane. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to, like I said, they don't want to be in their own lane. They want to be what we supposed to be. And I'm going to be honest with you, for the women out there that's taking the time out to really be themselves without having somebody say, yo, listen, Lo, you got to get a half nigga or you ain't going to make it. Nah, well, you know what? I'm going to just make it the way I'm going to make it. Because at the end of the day, you're still beautiful.
What?
You just as bad as the other joints, truthfully, because to us brothers, we're like, yo, what's going on with Lo? Yo, hold up. What's up with her? Lo, look, yo, Lo got, what? You know, right, but you know what? I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be true about it. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
And for me personally, I've always been that dude that been more attracted to the females that's more laid back than the females that's half nigga.
Right? Because let's be honest, like, it's all about a person's aura. Right? Like, I can look like this, but a woman that's maybe more feminine can also have the same aura as me in the sense of being laid back and being a caregiver and being like a solid person to their partner. And, that's something that's important to me everywhere too. All aspects, male or female. You got to be solid. You got to be loyal. There's just certain things about people that I look for. And if you don't have that, you can't even do that. Because I don't even play none of that funny stupid business. Listen,
but that's the business though.
Like, listen, matter of fact, I joke around all day, but I don't play around, if that makes sense.
Nah, it makes sense. You know what I mean? You don't play around about who you are and what you stand on.
Boundaries, none of that.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's all about you being thorough enough to say, you know what, I'm not bending, budging. It's not so much my way, but it's what I stand on. It's principle. So it's not being selfish. I'm just not being a sucker. So you got to figure out which one you want to be at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about this, man.
I hope he was hearing me. My mic was falling.
Oh, your mic. Hey, man, we here. It is what it is, man. Let's talk about, man, the opportunity of putting your first album together, man. How was that process, man? Like, where was your mind at? Where was you at? Where was the space you was in when you was in creative mode for that album? Let the people know where that first album is at and where they can find it at. For those that don't know.
Yeah, so the name of my first album is called For the Culture, right? So you can find it on all platforms, Lavishloe For the Culture. And the reason why I made that is just because it was my introductory album, right?
Right.
And I needed everybody to know why I was doing this. Okay. Aside from the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into this shit, like, I needed people to know that I'm doing it for the culture. Like, I really needed a culture shift in my people. And I really feel like I did that because you gonna let them pass.
Yeah. We live. That's all it's about. We live. That's why that lets you know how we represent the round table. We in the building. We in locations.
At this time when I dropped For the Culture, right, this was a time where we were, as a people, we were struggling a bit. We had a lot of police brutality going on. This is the Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin. This is a result of all that, right? We had so much going on, and then in my own neighborhoods, I was still seeing people beefing with each other. So now I'm watching on the news and I'm seeing our people being killed in the street, slaughtered. And I go outside, and because we ain't gonna talk about the details, but we got people on the same block.
In our own community, our own hood.
Shooting back and forth, and it's like
we in a war zone.
Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it and I'm like,
what are we doing?
What are we doing? But how do my people receive information? Like, a lot of my people don't watch the news because we know that shit is, propaganda.
We feel it. Yeah, it covers up certain things that it covers up. It tell us half of the story. The rest you fill it in.
Not only that, the news purposely makes you feel down and bad, right? Aside from the weather and the little jokes they make, they tell you all the bad thing that's going on. So that doesn't put people in a positive mindset. A lot of people shy away from that and just be like, yo, I don't want to hear it. But then you got people like me who sometimes I don't even get my information from the news. It might be social media, books I'm reading, and I just might want to look something up. But I realize like a lot of my people get information from music. Right, and a lot of my people, unfortunately, because our people have been targeted so much and set up and assassinated our Black leaders, they get their, culture from music. So I started thinking, I said, I'm gonna do this shit for the culture because I gotta change the culture. A lot of people look at hip hop music and think it's their culture, and they don't know anything about the ancient Egyptians. They don't know anything about the pyramids. They don't know how we were kings and queens. They don't know about the Black Jews, the Moors. They don't know anything. And it's just like, when you listen to the music and you see the generations coming up, I don't want my generations to, believe that, yeah, this is our culture. This is all we were.
Right.
Because now anybody can manipulate that. You understand? You need to know about the real history. So when I came to that conclusion, I said, yeah, this tape is for the culture. And on that tape, you could definitely hear a lot of different styles from me.
A lot of different styles. A lot.
I got club songs. I got conscious rap. I got trap. I got alternative on there with a song called "Broken Pieces," where I really stepped out of the box for that. It was a fun thing for me. It was just a joke when I did it, and everybody was like, "Yo, this is fire." So yeah, it was just my first album it definitely meant a lot. And oh man, it definitely changed the culture because everybody had to tune into that. When I dropped that, it was in the middle of COVID.
Which is smart.
When COVID happened, I was just like, damn, this is going to slow everything up. But then I realized, like, everybody's glued to their phones now. So they have to consume whatever I put out.
Right.
Put out for the culture. A lot of things started changing for the good and the bad. I mean, I was attacked spiritually so much for that album.
You say you was attacked. Why would you say that?
So many things started going wrong in my life. And at the time, I was going through so much, I didn't understand what it meant.
I like the fact that you said you was spiritually. And I don't say I like it because I respect it because you knew what it was. You didn't put the blame on somebody else, like, yo, they were trying to play me. I was spiritually attacked. So that allows me to know that you are aware of what's going on within yourself.
Well, the Bible says we battle against the spirit, not the flesh. So even when we're having like issues with people, it's their spirit and the things that they're going through, the demons that they may be fighting, and whatever negative energies that they encounter daily, you know what I'm saying, that shapes them to be however. But so, I never hold a grudge against the person. Maybe I might have to distance myself or maybe not still communicate with them.
Right.
But yeah, we battle against the spirit. So I was spiritually
battling with something, but realizing that that spiritual battle was only you were only being attacked because you was on the wave of doing some great things.
And I was waking so many people up. Waking so many people up. We had people that was drill rapping that they started making drill rap that talked about how they felt. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, oh, I'm gonna spin this block, I'm gonna kill this person. It's, yo, I'm taking perks because my bro died. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what to do. I don't got nobody to talk to. Like, they were saying stuff like, so now we starting to see different sides of artists like Fabio Foreign and K Flock and, the different people, you know what I'm saying? So, but aside from that, when I say like spiritually, give me 1 second, because I'm just wondering.
Nah, they moving.
Cool. Oh.
Too fast.
So, when I
that
say
spiritual, right?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm sorry, I get annoyed by certain stuff.
Nah. Yeah, well, we in a certain location, so this comes with it. It is what it is. This is what we call being in the building.
What I mean by that is, let's just say, I'll give you an example. Boom, dropped the album. I had a show. Okay, I was supposed to go on a trip. Before I went on the trip, I got sick. I'm doing shows and stuff to promote the album, right? So I got sick. I got to cancel my out-of-town show. Then I got another show in the city. All of a sudden, while I'm at the show, while I'm at the show, my phone stops working, so it can't record my performance. Now I got a camera guy there. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We in the middle of it.
Yeah, we doing a middle of an interview, Chief. It's
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
If you put it here, you can't come back again. You gotta wait like 20 minutes. So
Thank you, buddy.
do you?
Just keep rocking.
Oh, I was gonna ask her if you wanted to use
Nah,
it. But
G's
anyways. So
Devil's
yeah.
attacking the
Yeah, exactly.
videos
They don't
ain't
want me to
working.
tell the story, right? So
See,
boom, I'm gonna start over, right? Yo. See, yo, nah, like.
Yo, I'm with you on that.
See, we're on the same time. Okay, so back to the story, right? I got a show out of town. I'm promoting my album. I get real sick. I can't go out of town. Then I got a show in the city. So at my show, while I'm performing, my phone stops working. Literally, like the camera breaks. There's nothing physically wrong with the camera. The camera just doesn't work anymore. Cool. I had a camera person there that recorded my whole performance. While their laptop stopped working and their phone start having problems. So I'm looking and I'm like, yo, I know I'm being attacked. Like nobody, and this is the thing, like, I don't care what anybody believes in, and I'm not gonna get into that, but negative energy is real. Just a person not wanting to see you win or maybe being a little envious and jealous and all of that, speaking bad about you, whatever, is real. And sometimes you gotta just be a good person, regardless of all that happens, because if you let that change you, you get more bad luck. You get more just engulfed in it. So what happened was when all of that was happening to me, I was sitting back and I was laughing. But it was scaring me because it showed me like, yo, you really somebody.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? When you get that realization, like, oh shit, you know, like, because this type of stuff happen it can't do anything to you, right? It's not like, but it's to slow you down. It's to make you, how do you say, not only doubt yourself, but like self-conscious.
Question yourself.
Yeah,
It makes you
like,
question, what am I? Am I supposed to be really doing this? Is this really the road I'm supposed to be traveling?
But then also it makes you like try to isolate yourself from people. Because like I said, remember my camera person that was with me, their phone stopped working.
Right.
Their laptop start fucking up. So it's just like, but you gotta stand tall in this shit. You gotta know like, yo, this is coming at you because you have a voice and you could be even if it's one person you waking up, you don't know how many people that one person will wake up. You know?
That's the most important thing though.
Oh man, so this happened because on my album I have songs like Spiritual War. I have songs like For the Culture, Real Savage. You know what I'm saying? Big Shark. Like these are songs where I'm really talking to people. Then what I dropped after that, I think it was Gorgeous Gangster Part 1. Now I'm talking my shit in Gorgeous Gangster.
You showing the culture different elements of you.
Because they tried to play with me on For the Culture. Like, they tried to come at me crazy, so I had to let them know I'm a gorgeous gangster. Like, aside from me being beautiful, like, there's no, like, yeah, I can be soft, but there's not a soft bone in my body in the sense of when it comes to body.
You're not going to take advantage. You're not going to run over me. I'm not allowing that. I can be soft when it's time to be soft, but I'm not soft. I'm not no marshmallow.
You could step. I'm like a fucking, I don't know what you call it. You could step on me 100 times, I'm going to get up. Because it's just in me. It's just in my blood. Like, I don't understand how else I can explain this to people. So I put it in a gangster form because that's what my people understand. You understand?
So you want to cater to your audience. It's like class. It's classes.
You're going to feel me. And then how I'm going to show y'all that, because I'm not going to do it I'm not going to show no guns in my videos and all of that. I'm going to show up every time. That's gangster to me. I'm gonna do what people is not doing. I'm not going to follow the crowd. I don't give a fuck about being lit. I don't care who I'm chilling with. You're going to see Ray. And you're going to hear my story. And you're going to see me stand on 10. Whether I got money, whether I don't, whether I got designer, whether I don't, it don't matter. I could be naked. I could have everything in the world. I'm going to still be that same person. And that's how y'all going to see, yeah, this is a gorgeous gangster right here. Like, she really, you know what I'm saying? And they all respect it. All the gangsters love me. I'm not in no gangs or nothing like that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you cleared that up for the culture, because they might be like, hold up, what's going on?
I have no big homie. I am the big homie, but all the gangsters love me. Whatever, Bloods, Crips, GD, whatever, all the gangsters love me. All the gangsters fuck with me. So, yeah, that's how we doing it, because they respect what I represent.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with representing greatness.
I want to lead the people away from shit like drill rap. How you feel about drill rap?
Well, me, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a good question. I'm a little older, so I come from the Nas, the Hoes.
Is that
I'm coming from Jadakiss. I'm coming. I'm you
the
know.
speakers for real?
I'm Rakim. You know what I mean. The KRS Ones. You know what I mean. My era was Granddaddy IU. You know what I mean. Digging in the crates, Fat Joe. He's with DIT. So that whole other side of the world. I don't hate on it. Do y'all thing. But I ain't really playing that. And there's no disrespect to none of those artists, because at the end of the day, if you find your lane, drive it. But for me, I'm gonna stay in my lane. If it's the bike lane, I'm gonna be in the bike lane. It's a bike lane, it's a bus lane, it's a car lane. Yo, it's a walking lane. Find your lane. So I don't knock it, but I ain't really running around. Yo, that's not the thing for me.
What I would say, because I ain't gonna hate on drill rap, but I would say, right,
You sound like you're a little angry about it, though,
I'm
Jack.
angry about drill rap. Drill rap is dead. Fuck drill rap. You know what? Man, listen, we ain't gonna get too crazy in here, but what I would, because I'm not gonna hate on drill rap, what I would say is I don't respect dissing dads. I don't respect rappers dissing dead people. Like, on some shit, a lot of people, because I be hearing, it's like fucking 10-year-olds rapping now that's lit. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of exposure. And you guys are saying, and these kids are saying names of people that you wasn't even alive when they were saying. You know what I'm saying? You might
Shit,
have
so
a grown-ass
commercial
adult trying to catch you after preschool. Like, let me stop. But this is what I mean. Like, the culture that you people are promoting, it's nothing for you to express yourself. You want to express it through drill rap and you want to talk about whatever you do or see, that's fine. But, just mentioning people that 9 times out of 10, you didn't have nothing to do with them.
So you believe it's just all a bunch of hype. It's really just smoke and mirrors.
And that's what it is. It's hype.
Okay.
And
I ain't gonna lie, I never really dived into it long enough to even understand what it was.
But I don't respect getting hype off of dead people. You understand? It's distasteful for them. I'm a gangster. I come from where you do shit, you don't need to talk about it. You don't want niggas to know you did that. You be sitting in a circle and everybody wondering, yo, who hit that nigga? And you sitting there like, I don't even know.
And you was the one who took his wig off.
You don't need no codeine. You don't need nobody that know your shit, because guess what? Niggas, people could get in situations that snitch on you, and they situation didn't even have nothing to do with you.
That's life. That's that fake. See, when that shit gets to that means niggas live in fantasy
Jimmy
island.
from 125th did this, but you from Brooklyn, and they think that's all right. It's not okay.
And you supposed to be a thoroughbred. So why are you talking about a nigga from a whole other
But guess
barrel?
what? It's Jimmy's fault, because Jimmy went to Brooklyn when he was chilling and he was chatting.
Chatty patties.
He ain't even, the nigga that snitched on you wasn't even there. You just told him what you did.
And he might have heard that through the grapevine.
This is my thing. Nobody's telling our youth that's growing up this. This is why everybody's getting indicted and going in jail. I don't want to see my people incarcerated. I don't want to see them do crimes either. But when we get to that, we got to talk about why crimes are being committed, right? We got to talk about the hierarchy and government and the opportunities they provide us and them not paying us a living wage. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if I got 5 kids, what the fuck is 15 an hour gonna do for me?
But then they gonna sit there and turn around and say, yo, but ain't nobody tell you to have 5 kids though.
It's life. You can't stop procreation.
You can't, but at the end of the day, that's what they're gonna say to you. Well, it's not our responsibility.
Now you should be able to get a job and provide for your family without having welfare, food stamps and stuff like that. Let's be honest, you can't in New York City unless you're single or you have a family, 1 child. But if you have a real family, which means you're with your partner for years, you guys are gonna procreate more than 1 child, most likely.
Facts.
So what are you telling me? You telling me that I can't have kids because I want to? No.
But on the low,
it's not okay.
But on the low, that's what they really saying. Yo, minimize it. Minimize it.
That's deep, because I haven't even really thought about it from that angle.
That's how they looking at they put this in
population control, right?
Exactly. They put this in a place where you already know. Okay, we got Johnny, little Johnny, but if we want Destiny or we want Mariah, babe, that may not do it because this budget is not allowing us. So it allows you to just stay in this. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that or realize that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you realize that for your culture and your environment. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be the voice. And I feel like that's what separates you. Lavishloe than a lot of other men and women in your group bracket, because you understand the bigger picture. I'm not chasing the lights. I'm chasing longevity. but I'm also chasing it.
Legacy.
But people don't understand. People got different versions of a legacy. Some niggas just want to be known for being the freshest nigga on the block. I want to be the freshest nigga in the world.
Right.
I don't want to be the freshest nigga on my block.
I don't even want to be the freshest nigga, right? I want to be the freshest to get your attention. I want to teach you something. I want to change your mindset. I want to open your mind. Even if we can have one conversation that you might either teach me something or you might look at something differently or learn something, that makes me feel fulfilled. Because it makes me feel like I'm connecting to another person's spirit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just, what? I don't know what they call it, NPCs, but these are just like characters, right? That's just like no personality. We're all individuals with our own story, you know, our own personality. A lot of times we get so caught up in ourselves that it's just all about us. You just walk around and it's just like, yeah, like, I'm different. I wanna connect with each person that I meet in a certain way, you know?
Now I'm gonna question you on something real quick. When you talked about the fact that sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Long as you're not hurting anybody else while you're being selfish. Because for all of us to be great and to bring our greatness to somebody else, we gotta be great first. You can't lead me. You can't sit here and tell me what to do and you dangling off the fucking top of the building. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. You telling me, yo, to do it this way, but meanwhile, you dangling on a thread. So at the end of the day, I want to make sure I'm planting my seed within myself so I can be able to let my roots grow in the garden with everybody else to help them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're bringing to the table. But I want to ask you this because I understand and I admire the fact that you're so passionate about changing the game.
For that?
Let's go and change low.
That's a deep question, right?
You a deep individual, champ. So that's we dive into the deep end of this ocean.
Listen,
Sharp.
Definitely what I want my supporters to know is you could change yourself, right? You could be inspired by things and people and things like that, but it takes you. It really takes you. Like, just the other day I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I gotta start recalibrating my mind. You know, and a lot of people, what they do is they fast, right? They stop. Some people will do water fast and just not eat for 3 days or so, or they'll just like eat during certain hours of the day. But the whole point of like fasting in general is just to recalibrate your mind, just change up whatever you're doing, right?
Flush out the old and bring in the new with a clear, with everything being nice and pure.
Right, and so for me, sometimes I just feel like I just gotta like, and that's when I go underwater, right? It's like a shark. I gotta stay to myself for a little while and just recalibrate my mind because I was saying to myself, like, a lot of the things we surround ourselves, we start to become. And it's like, I could be like this right now with you in this interview, but let's just say I keep going to the club every night for the next 2 weeks. My light is gonna be a little dim. I'm not gonna be as boisterous as I am because maybe I might be tired. No. I might start feeling like, no, actually, I need one of those joints with the fat, you know what I'm saying, eyes. And actually, instead of going out here and talking to people, I'm gonna go back to the club. So I just feel like a lot of it is you. Like, you have to want certain things for yourself and stick to that. And stand on that. Stand on business. Discipline. You know what I'm saying? You can't always look outside yourself because it's not always gonna be there. It can be there sometimes, but when it's not there, that's when people fall. Then they don't know how to get back up. Because they so used to looking outside themselves and for people and for this and for that. And all right, you gotta change you. If you want to be something, you gotta believe in that. Nobody's gonna believe in that more than you. Also, how can you expect people to believe in some shit more than you?
Right.
For yourself.
Also, you also gotta be very obedient. A lot of people don't understand what it is to be obedient to yourself. It's a difference between obeying and being obedient.
That's big right there, what you just said. That's big.
I've learned in the past year and some change to start being obedient for Sha. Not obedient for nobody else. See, it's a difference between being obedient and being disciplined. Being obedient is you obeying something that's being told of you. But I'm being obedient to myself because this is where I want to go. I know if I don't do X, Y, Z, I'm not going to get there. Then the discipline comes into play once I get there. I was obedient, now I'm disciplined.
Keep doing what you've been doing.
So we gotta first be obedient first to who we are and what we want to do, and then be disciplined once we get there.
Let me ask you though, what's something that you tell yourself when, like, you know you're supposed to be doing something and you shy away from that, or maybe you procrastinate or you put it off? What's something that you tell yourself to keep yourself obedient, like keeping yourself on your
On my day,
path and your track?
remember to remember and always stay aware.
Say that again.
Remember to remember and always stay
You
aware.
talking like a pimp, y'all. Hold on. Remember to remember and always stay aware.
I read that in the book called A Secret.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you why that's so important. I say that every morning before I step out.
No, it's terrible.
Remember to remember
Yeah.
what's going on around you. Remember to remember what you got going on for yourself. And be aware of the niggas that's trying to stray you away from. Yo, I ain't seen you, girl. You ain't been out. I'm chilling. I'm in my bag right now. Yo, it's popping tonight. Yo, you ain't been coming. Yo, it's been lit over there. Word? Yo, you know such and such been lit. Yo, upgrade. Yo, they got, yeah, that's dope, but I ain't doing that right now. Because I'm doing this. But then you don't, you really, then you start to think, damn, what they doing? Maybe I should hit up. Now you taking away that time when you took yourself, what you was doing, you took yourself off your deed. That was the most important time, because now you was about to create something.
Yeah.
Like you said, it'd be the enemy trying to distract you from going to that next level.
Yeah,
so they throw these things at you,
Yo.
now you can't walk there.
Speaking of the fucking enemy, man, yo, they try everything to stop this interview. And this isn't exclusive right now. I haven't did an interview in like 2 years, but they try. Listen, it was an earthquake yesterday. Did you feel that?
Yo, they said it, but I didn't even feel that shit. And it
Yo,
was
it
that
was an
hype. It was on
earthquake.
social media. It was going crazy. They said New York got ate crazy.
Yeah, we had an earthquake and all of that. I'm like,
The
This is
waterfalls the way we was gonna set up ain't here.
waterfalls not.
We had to change things around. You got people walking in and out, but you know what?
Listen.
That's what makes this whole situation
Rest in peace
authentic.
to my godmother, man. She passed
You
away
lost someone, right.
a few before the earthquake happened and shit. And I'm just like, yo, like my makeup artist canceled. I'm like, listen, I'm outside. Like, I got something to say. No, I cannot be stopped.
You see, I asked you like, yo, we still gonna rock tomorrow because you know I gotta respect
Listen.
the situation.
Man, shout out to my godmother, man, because all I did was give me so much strength. Me, it just made me feel like, because not a lot of people know this, but like probably like a day before my birthday last year, I found out she had cancer.
Okay.
So even my birthday last year was kind of like down for me, but I'm an alchemist. So every time things happen in my life, I always read it in 2 different ways. I'm also a Libra, right? So I'm
Libra.
always balancing shit.
I'm a Libra.
Oh, Libra gang, oh no, we outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When's your
that's
born
why we
day?
vibing. October 22nd.
Okay, I'm September 30th.
Okay, nice. We kind of like a little bit.
We're
like the
very
September
unbalanced.
Libra.
We're very unbalanced.
And that's so ironic, right?
And that's dope though. That's what makes
Right.
people gravitate to us. Because
Right.
we can sit here, not to cut you off, but we can sit here and talk about everything else. Then we can talk about, yo, how you feel about the word of God, the
Right.
spirits, the enemies. And we can talk to the nigga that's smoking crack. We can talk to, you can put us, that's what
Anywhere.
also brings us the balance, because we're so,
That's a fact.
but go ahead though, you know what I mean? This is your show, you know what I mean? But
Oh, you need
it's
a little
fire to
break.
have a person that understands that, you know what I mean, who we are. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes us great. You know, at the end of it all though, you know, Lav, I gotta say this, you know, talking to you made me understand your music a lot more too. And I think the culture needs to understand that, because he gets shit caught up in the music and not the person. You're not selling hype, you're selling you. And you're not selling anything because you come in with authenticity. That's the right
Well,
word to use.
But you know, I grew up in an abusive household, right? I wasn't really getting abused, but you know, there was a lot of fighting in my household.
You saw things took place, you know.
Neighborhood, a lot of murderers, drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, hoes, you know what I'm saying, pimps. And I also seen like a lot of the drug dealers try to do like block parties. And they was giving back, and they was having cookouts, free food, basketball tournaments,
saw the
and things
give
like
back.
that. And I just felt like we were so misunderstood as a people. And I started to really just wonder, like, why are the projects next to the liquor stores and the chicken spots, and why don't we have any art programs and stuff in the hood, and why have the martial arts programs been taken out and replaced with smoke shops? And I just started watching, and I'm just like, damn, like,
Why they only
I
give us
got something to
basketball
say.
games instead of other things like lacrosse
Right.
and
You know what
soccer
I'm saying? And then
and tennis? You know what I mean?
right, and it's just like I started just and like I said, my consciousness is really what started me rapping, because when
You went
you
to
have
college?
questions, yeah, I went to college. I actually got a full scholarship when I was 17. That actually saved my life, because I had just got locked up at 16, and then you know, at 17 I got a full scholarship. So
That's yours.
that was life changing for me.
Wow.
I didn't even really have good grades in high school, which was like, I knew that was the path I was supposed to go on, because I'm like, if I was so smart, you know what I'm saying?
You're
at the
very
same
intelligent because I'm listening to your wordplay.
I was so smart that school was boring to me. And I got ADD and shit, so I'm like, yo, I finished this already. Why am I still in class for another 30 minutes? Now everybody's saying I got anger issues, but as an adult, I realized I have anxiety, right? But as a child, I didn't know how to deal with it, so now I'm just, you know what I'm saying, acting out. And this is another thing. Shout out to Lonnie Lyric. We're gonna do an event next month for Mental Health Awareness Month, but there's a lot of our children, their mental health goals ignored, right? But that's when I really see. I'm smack right now. I forgot what I was about to say.
Now we talking about the mental health thing with the kids you and Lonnie was doing.
No. Before that,
We were building on the simple fact that if talking about, I asked you to go to college, you was like, yeah.
oh yeah, I had to really figure myself out, and this happened very young for me. And I had certain things like almost getting into situations where I wasn't here anymore or getting locked up. So when I got the scholarship and my grades wasn't even that good, I felt like it was like a real chance for me.
It was
And I took
alley-oop
that
to get out of here.
And I was such a, I wouldn't say a negative person, but because I was so aware, I was very judgmental of everything. Oh, why would I go to college when I have to pay thousands of dollars when I can just read books myself? But it's like opportunity, right? You can't be bigger than the opportunity. You can't be so big-headed that you miss out on what's meant for you and opportunities. I learned very young. I learned very young to, put my ego down and put God first and try to see what's out there for myself, because you might be presented with things and you might look down on it like, I don't really need that shit, but it's an opportunity for you there, a real one.
Yo, it's funny you say that, because we used to have a saying, put your pride to the side and get in the ride. You just said that in so many words. Let me stop all the bullshit and let me go do what I need to do. Put your pride aside and let me take this journey.
Aside from that, a lot of my childhood friends was dying. And that hurt me.
And
because
scared
at the same time, I'm a female. It didn't scare me. It made me worse. But
when I say scared, it made you scared to the point that I don't want to end up like this.
Nah,
I want more than this.
It didn't though. That's not what the me wanted more was me to be an example for the people I was
changed
around,
it.
to
Okay,
show us
I like that.
Yo, we can have more. But that didn't. It made me worse. My friends dying and passing away, it desensitized me to death, and it made me want to, play God in situations, right? And it was turning me into somebody that I really didn't want to be. Because I knew I didn't want to be that person. It's like you will run down on somebody and in your mind, like, yo, I don't want to do this. And it's not me being scared or pussy.
You don't want to do it. Shit, it's real. You human. You don't want to do something. I don't really want to be doing this. Like what?
Because it didn't fulfill me. I didn't feel good after. I had money, I had whatever, but it was just like, I'm thinking of myself, because this is my thing. I knew that there was more. I wanted to be different. Like I told you, I've always wanted to be different. So now I'm in the hood and all of this stuff is going on. And yeah, I'm getting money just like everybody else, but I want to change the scene. Like, this is my movie.
I don't want to stay there. I don't want to stay stagnated.
This is my book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where's my story at? I'm more than this. And that's why I didn't want to do it, because I felt like I was more. I felt like I had, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got to be more than this. You can't just be like everybody else. You gotta be the person that shows people like, yo, we could go to Paris, you can go to Jamaica. I come from where it's people around me that ain't never left the block.
I
And they don't care to. They don't have the interest. Because they getting money and that's just how it is.
Right. You know what I mean? Because that's all they do know. You know what I mean? And somebody gotta lead them out of there. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. I wanna ask you though,
that's
being that you survived life,
I like that you said that.
trials, tribulations,
Survived it a few times.
I understand who you are, what you are. What do you want the people to take from you? From this interview today, what do you want the culture to take from you?
One of the main messages I want my supporters to receive today is just that we are strong, we are chosen, we are great. It's only a few people that this is gonna resonate with, because a lot of you people are fucking lames, and a lot of you people want to lay on the couch and not do anything all day. And this is not for you. This is not for the cowards. This is for the people who are, they stand on business. They know regardless of what they're faced with, what they go through, that they are meant to be somebody and meant for something. And what I want my supporters to know is just that don't ever stop. Don't ever give up. Like, you're stronger than what you think you are. You got to this point, and everything you've been through was just to prepare you to get to this point. So imagine where you're going. And if you stop now, it's somebody that,
Pick up your baton.
It's somebody that's going to pick up your baton, but it's somebody that you're supposed to help that's not going to get the help because you stop. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's one person, and what I want them to know is like, yo, try to embrace.
Don't use the word try. Try is a fail. We using the word strive.
Strive to embrace the trials and tribulations. Strive to receive the lessons and be strong and learn, because that's what life is about, right? The things that happen to us is happening for us. It's not happening to us. So the more you go through, the bigger your story and the bigger your impact, and the more people that you'll be able to relate to and reach. Because personally, I know it's a lot of people like me that go through a lot, whether it's family issues, relationship issues, work issues, whatever. And you got no choice but to show up. Because if you don't, something ain't working that day.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Learn to
So believe in yourself, man. Believe in yourself. The possibilities are endless. And I'm chosen. You chosen. And that's what I want them to know.
And I'm glad that you understand that, because a lot of people don't understand a lot of things. They just running with things. It's a difference with understanding and running. Running with the pack. No, I am the pack. That's number one. I'm not running with the pack. I'm the pack. And
not only am I the pack, but I could perform all roles of the pack.
pretty dead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be the leader, and I could also be one of the pack.
I learned in life too, this is very important. And my man Rob told me this. Learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Sometimes it's good to be uncomfortable, because you can get somewhere and, could be in a situation where you got to stay with a friend for a little while. And your friend is like, yo, go ahead and put a dress in there. Nah, I don't want to put a dress in there. I want to keep the suitcase in there. Why you keep the suitcase in there? Because it reminds me every day I got to get out of here.
It's funny that you say that, because so many people don't understand that. They don't understand it. We got people that will be mad at you because you didn't want to put that dresser up. Oh, what? You don't feel comfortable here?
I'm comfortable.
I don't need to get comfortable.
I don't want to get comfortable.
I got places to go. And it's so important to not get comfortable in the uncomfortable, but embrace it. Like I said, I'm heavy on right now I'm in a season of my life of receiving and embracing. A lot of things we feel like we don't want to do, but you need to do it. So you might be put in a position to do something that you don't want to do, but embrace it, because you need to learn the skills, or you need to go through whatever it is so that you're able to move in a different situation the right way.
Right.
The different situation might be way more important than the small thing.
The different situation might be the best situation. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask you this before we get ready to close this thing out.
Yeah,
I got
totally.
2 questions for you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit you with 3. My first question is, let's talk about your style. Because you're a fashion icon
Yeah.
within yourself,
Hello.
you know.
You got the Fendi bag now. Go ahead.
You can talk your shit, it's cool. But I realize that your fashion sense is your sense.
Yes.
Let's talk about your style a little bit, your fashion style.
So I'm very much cozy, chic. You know, I got the stack pins here. Shout out Redline, my boy Boyflon made these for me. The mob shirt, Lavishloe mob on all platforms. You got the Sopranos on here. You know, good, nice, icy watch, the Suki Coke sandals. But listen, like, well, my style is just is more or less cozy. And what I would say is
Why not right?
another word for my style would be
You know about pork.
babe, eccentric babe.
Mm.
Because right now I'm giving Cali, like I look like I'm walking through
You
Cali
West
right
Coasting
now.
right now.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I'm just eccentric.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I just like being different and like, yeah, you can always catch me in something totally different than what everybody else is wearing or doing.
Right, because you create your own merch as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I apologize. I was supposed to bring you some today due to yesterday and everything that was going
I'll catch you on the back end. This ain't the
Yeah.
last
I
time we're
didn't
gonna
stop at the
politic and
office,
get
but-
together. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna do more work in the future. You know what I'm saying? My other question for you is your tats. I love them, they fire, but I see that they're not just any old tat. I see they also mean something. Let's talk about you and the tats a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I notice a lot of females do certain things at a young age and like, oh, I was just bugging. But you already was grounded at a young age, so I feel like your tats represent something. So pick out 1 or 2 tats that really mean the most to you that you get there that we can see for the culture. Because I see that you're wearing it well. It ain't no
So-
nasty bullshit ass work.
Yeah, I feel like tats are like portals in a way. So everything I put on me is like meaningful things. Like I got some scriptures on me. I got
Right.
some pyramids, some pharaohs, some stars.
The lion, you got
I'm
the
saying a safe
queens,
with some
you
money,
got the verses, you got the
warrior
mask, you got the
queen.
warriors.
Warrior
You
queen.
got
Yeah,
a
so
lot
that's
going
just,
on. You got
these
the
are portals,
angels.
right?
Yeah.
This is for me, and it just represents everything that I am.
I feel like
know
you're a
what I'm
walking
saying?
billboard
Yeah,
in a great way. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it's a conversation starter. If I ever, I don't need game. All I gotta do is take my shirt off, and everybody's gonna talk to me. So
That's how you
Yeah.
cheating. Let me ask you this. You did a song dedicated to the plug.
rest in peace to the plug.
Let's talk about that before we close this segment. I wanted to wait to the end because I feel like this is very important for you. Let's
Yeah,
talk
shout
about
out-
the plug.
Shout out Jason Bourne, rest in peace to him. He was one of those real big hip hop pioneers in the underground. Like he did the military grand showcase series and stuff like that. But one thing that I learned from the plug, because I met him through my old manager at the time, Harlem's first lady, and what he taught me was to give. Like what he told me was, the more you give, the more you receive. And how he told me that was him being the plug. He could always plug people into different situations, but he wouldn't always get paid for that. He
Right.
wouldn't really be getting anything out the deal, but he would just always want to be involved.
You want to connect the dots.
Some people ain't used to like him because it's just like, yeah, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was gatekeepers that wanted to charge people for the stuff that he was giving people for free.
Right.
And the things that he was plugging people around. So they looking at him like, the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But so many of like our artists and the DJs, shout out to the DJs because they really pillars of the culture. But we love
And the
him so much.
cameramans now,
and the
too, though.
cameraman, shout out
Because everything is about the cameraman. So shout
to facts,
out to
the media,
you know
all
what I
that.
mean? The camera teams
Shout
out
out to
there.
our camera guy back
Right, my
there.
cameraman C. You know what I mean?
But he really told me like the more that you just put yourself out there and try to help other people, the more opportunities you get. And that was big to me because I was so heavy on like I gotta work hard and I need to like just do so much to get these opportunities, when if you just volunteer to do something for somebody for free and give a little bit of your time,
People scared of that word though.
that can give you you can meet so many people, you can get so many opportunities.
People are scared of the word free.
He wasn't scared though.
I love it. 'Cause I'm always
but this is
about
the
giving
thing,
somebody
he
free.
was a shark too at the same time.
Right.
So even though I'm here and I'm doing things for you for no charge, I'm also talking business with you because I like what you're doing. So how can we collaborate and do business together? And I respected that so much because a lot of people, they try to come in and they try to take over what you're doing, or they try to steal your ideas.
Sabotage your shit and run off with it and act like they created it or make somebody else be it. You know what I mean? That's the game though. This is the dirty game that we play. You know what I mean? So shout out to him for being so authentic with who he wanted and what he wanted around him, and also putting people in position, because at the end of the day, everybody be looking for a blessing. I want to be the blessing.
But see, with him, I also learned, like I said, I saw both sides of it because remember I said a lot of people didn't like him. So you got to learn, sometimes you might be doing good for people and people won't like that because they want to take advantage of people. You understand?
That's why they end up losing.
Then they do. They be big losers and they be big mad and they be sitting on the couch.
And they wonder why they can't.
Watching our
look what
interviews
happens.
and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn, like, you got to be careful who you do business with too. Not only do you move in silence and you be selfless and you try to help people, but you stand on your own business.
Of course.
You keep your business private and until, you know, your moves is already made. And you can't really trust everybody. Because like you said, it's a dirty game, it's a dirty business. And just you being a genuine person trying to help other people, some people won't like that. They might have to take you out because you might be fucking their money up.
And everybody sucking and everybody sucks $1 dick crazy at this day and time.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? That's the crazy part about
or
it all.
You might be stealing their attention or their clout or whatever.
I don't need the shine.
Delusional brains.
The shine is pointless. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna shine regardless because I'm God's creation. So you can't stop me from shining because I'm God's son, and that's on my own.
At all. You
know
can't
what I'm saying?
Stop that.
But Lavish, man, it was a blessing.
Thanks so much.
You know, it's so much, you know what I mean, that I admire about you sitting down talking to you.
Wow,
you know what
thank
I mean?
you so much.
Yeah, being able to talk to somebody with a sense. You know what I mean? I respect that. I respect where you're going. I'm supporting you.
And we did this sober too.
100 down.
Let's get it.
You know what I mean? I'm definitely supporting this I'm supporting you and whatever you're doing. I want you to know if anything you're involved in, call me. Let me know if I can bring the team out.
On the way.
Yes, I need a snippet on there. I'm gonna talk shit on there. I need a snippet on there.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But yo, this opportunity was a blessing.
Thank you
and
so
I need
much.
everybody to understand that. You know what? No matter in life, man, life brings lemons, limes, oranges. Put it in the juicer, man, and get healthy and drink it.
Facts.
And I say that in a lot of ways. People might be like, "Oh, you're using that line." Nah, because you can blend anything and put it together, and it's still healthy for you. So let's stay away from the bullshit, the nonsense, and let's get back to the essence of who we are. And that's what Lavishloe is. She's the essence of greatness.
Black excellence.
More to come.
That's what we're promoting.
Yo, it's no ceiling on her. And I'm the voice of the culture. Yo, let the people know where they can find you, find your music, find your information. You know what I'm saying? Before we close this whole segment out, man.
Yo, and one last thing I want to let y'all know. When you see that people are doing things to purposely piss you off, laugh at that. Because I just had to laugh at that. But anyway.
Laugh at shit that ain't funny.
Yeah, because people hate that. When they purposely trying to throw you off and you just don't get thrown off, it's so upsetting. But anyways, you guys can follow me at Lavishloe on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. What's that shit they just changed it to? X. I don't know what the name is. But yeah, I'm Lavishloe on all platforms. Let's get it. I want to thank all of you guys.
Keep doing your thing, man. You know, you out here, you doing shows. Congratulations on the shows you just did. You know what I mean? You busy,
We
you
in
working.
Miami this month. We still on tour. No Apologies tour. Yeah.
So you know
I'm going to reschedule that Chicago date. I was supposed to be in Chicago last month. I got sick, but yeah, we outside. We outside. Gorgeous Gangsta tour on the way.
You know what it is, man. It's the boy. Voice of the culture. Lavishloe. NYC. It is what it is. Yeah. We out of here. One. Man, that's it. Appreciate